Hey guys, welcome back to channel Paws Window Cleaning, and this is week number 15 of our 100K journey of 2024. Now, before we begin, I just kind of want to say thank you guys so much for all the positive feedback that I've gotten from the videos that I put for last week's video here on the side. It's been really nice. A lot of you guys have said that it's like an awesome addition to the channel, so I'm going to do my best to try to put as many videos as I can, like while I'm talking here on the side. Now, I do predict in the future that it's going to be a little bit difficult in some jobs because, you know, privacy, and also too, it's just, you know, maybe it's not, I can't really get a video. I guess that's the best way to put it. So but I'll do my best to try to get as many videos as I can in the upcoming weeks, so that we can kind of get like an idea of the jobs that I'm doing. Also too, it's been really nice. Like, I guess the last couple of weeks, a lot of you guys that are from Brazil or from Portugal have been reaching out to me saying like "Oi," you know, and all that, and letting me know that you guys are from out there. And so it's really nice to see that not only do we have a lot of people here that speak English, but also too that are from different lands, especially Brazil. And just wanted to say that it's nice to have you guys here, and hopefully my wife and I can be able to help you out in any way possible. Again, my Portuguese is not like the best, so if Ashley was here, she could probably help me say a phrase or two in Portuguese. I mean, I can say some words and get by, but you know, it's easier when she says it. Oi, I guess that's the best way to put it. And so yeah, let's just get straight into it. Yeah, so this week we had a few jobs. The first one that we did this week was kind of an interesting one. It was a hard water removal slash window cleaning job. It was kind of hard because the windows were not taken care of for a long time, and they just bought the house, and so, you know, they've been doing a lot of renovation themselves, you know, trying to save money and try to do things around the house to make it better. But like the hard water was kind of like a little rough, so there was like these two windows that were really bad with hard water, and then eventually actually had me do another one because they liked the results of me taking it out. A couple of you guys have messaged me about how to remove hard water. Essentially, it's just I use the Magic Diamond, I forget the name of it, but pretty much it's like a paste that you put, and from there it's really simple that you just put on the window. Make sure it's a little bit wet. You don't want it to be dry on the glass because it can ruin the glass, so just put some little bit of water. You know, just use like a regular mop that you normally don't use, just kind of go over it. I mean, I'm gonna have a video here to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about, but then use steel wool, trying to go over it. And I know some people I've seen have used a razor, so that's pretty cool that they use that. So I haven't personally done it, but that can be another idea. Just make sure that you're really confident when using a razor. So that's like a huge disclaimer. Just, you know, make sure you know what you're doing. But for me, I like to take the safe route, so I just use steel wool. Yeah, they were pretty bad. I had to actually do the windows twice. But yeah, most of it, if not all of it, came out. And again, they loved the results, and so I quoted them just to do it. And then they were like, well, can you do these other windows here with hard water? And I was like, yeah, I could do it for like another 60 bucks. So I ended up doing that. And so all in all, that job was like kind of like an upsell-ish, but not really. They did want those two windows, like I said in the beginning, to have the hard water removed, but then when they saw the results, they want the other one taken out. So yeah, it was really nice. We were in and out not too long, and yeah, it was a very nice job. They were supposed to be done last week, but then we scheduled them for this week. They liked the results, and so yeah, so technically I got an extra 60 bucks that I wasn't expecting, so that's pretty cool. So anyways, and then we did another job. It's a returning client, and they have been super nice. They have like two huge dogs, and they always are like barking at me when I'm on the outside, so it's kind of funny in that sense. But yeah, it's been nice to be servicing their house for the last couple of years, and they're kind of the ones that I do their house like kind of like every 6 months, so it's kind of nice because they have a lot of windows, and so they always like to have, you know, and also they have kids, so they have the kids touching it. So, you know, like when you have a lot of windows, you know, a lot of like dog handprints are all over the place, so they want their windows to be kept up more frequently than others. So that I see being understandable. So we took care of them, super nice. They even gave us a tip, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, she's been really nice, nice client of ours, and yeah, so it's been good to have her. Then we got a bid randomly, and apparently it's kind of funny because this client, she was actually having a conversation. So let me rewind a little bit. So on Yelp, which, you know, I don't advertise, but I might do it again. I don't know. It's just kind of like a weird situation. But anyways, so Yelp, they messaged me, like, I think last week, and they asked, you know, if they wanted to have, you know, this house clean. So I said, okay. I send them, you know, my response, and never heard back from them. So then during the week, I got a message from them. They're like, hey, I'm so sorry. I thought I was messaging you, but I was actually messaging another company, but I want you to take care of our windows. And I was like, oh, okay, well, thank you. Yeah, for thinking of us and really wanting us to, you know, service her. And so we ended up going to the house. It was vacant, and it was kind of cool because I got to meet like the housekeepers kind of, and it was kind of like they were taking care of things. And yeah, it was kind of nice to get to know them. But then when I was cleaning the house, or I was not cleaning, when they were cleaning the house, I was like, hey, just want to let you know that I'm here just to do a bid for the windows. I might do the job, I don't know. And she's like, oh, no problem, no problem. And so I looked around, and then we kind of gave her the price. And so I ended up calling her, and I was like, hey, so I can do the job right now if you want. And I gave her the price, and she was like, yes, let's do it. So ended up doing her windows, and it was kind of like, I don't know, I just love those jobs that you can just go in and out and just be like, give a bid and be like, I could just do it right now and get a little bit of extra money on that sense. And like, I would highly suggest always to like let the customer know ahead of time what your minimum is, because you would hate for you to like, or I would hate for you guys to just go to a house and then be like, oh, this is my price, oh, that's too expensive. And even though you're like, hey, I can give you a bid and I can do the job at the same time, just trying to kind of, you know, help you guys out on that sense that, you know, I don't want to waste your time. But in this case, she knew my minimum, and I kind of just gave her my minimum, and she said, all right, let's do it. So I ended up doing it for my minimum. I even threw in the screens in it too. It was like not that many. I think it was like, I don't know, 8. It was not that a lot, but the house is like a super small cookie cutter. So like, so that's another thing too. Like, I know I always am saying like, you know, charge $5 a screen, but that's kind of like a normal house in my opinion. Like the last couple of weeks, I've noticed that there's a couple of houses that are very small, and like, I'm just like, well, is it really needed to like include the screens? So to charge extra for the screens, I should say. So for her, it was like super simple, and we were in and out in like a couple hours, if not sooner than that. So we were able to take care of that. And yeah, she really liked the results. Even like, she has a tenant in the back, and because she wasn't there at the property, and she came, she checked it out. Even the cleaners, the housekeepers, they kind of were there, and they were like looking at the windows, and they're like, all right, it looks good to me too. So it was kind of nice. And from there, yeah, we just kind of went on our way. And then we got paid for that. And then, well, I guess it's kind of like a funny way transition to that. You know how we're saying that every weekend has been raining. So we were supposed to do, as you probably kind of figured by now, a client that I've been postponing and rescheduling for the last couple of weeks. Well, you probably guessed it by now. We are actually doing her windows next week now. So it's just kind of funny how all in all, like, it's just been like postponing, but we just want to make sure that her windows are taken care of, and we don't mind, you know, to, you know, postpone in a sense. Like right now we're very flexible kind of, and so that's really good to do her house in next week. So, and also too, we have the time for it. But let me think, what else? So we gave a couple of bids. Like I said, I got the bid and the job for that one. We had another bid, which is like super cool. We got to meet this guy, and he apparently is going to sell the house, and he's going to have like the photographer and all that come next month, I guess, the beginning of next month. So they were like, okay, we like your price, I like the price, and can we schedule you guys at the end of the month? So we got to schedule him then. And I kind of like those type of bids, because like right now, like when you think of window cleaning, right? Like let's say you want to have your service done, like let's say you want an oil change or something like that, right? You kind of want to do it right away, right? So a lot of times when I'm getting bids, they want to do it ASAP, right? And of course, unless there's a party or something, they want to kind of do it later, but 9 times out of 10, it's always right away. So it's nice to get these clients that I do a bid now, and then like in a couple weeks, they get their the job for them to do their house at the end of the month. Now, as kind of like taking a couple steps back, but there are other times where people just want to bid for next year. I mean, that one you can kind of like give them a bid, but I would put like in a disclaimer at the bottom and be like, hey, the price might change for next year, because some people, they were like, well, let's say you give them a price, I don't know, let's just say, oh, it's I don't know, like let's say a commercial building, that's kind of like a popular one that they want to bid now for a job for next year. Let's just say you charge like $1,000 or I don't know, whatever you want to charge, and then you're like, okay, well, here's the price, and they're like, okay, thank you, and you don't hear back from them. I mean, sometimes, most of the time they'll tell you like, hey, it's for next year, but if they don't, it's kind of like, okay. But then like next thing you know, it's like a year later, hey, I want to come back, and you're like, oh, sorry, I have to raise the price. Oh no, but you said. And it's like, so you kind of always want to let people know kind of like, hey, you know, this price, especially if they tell you, or they tell you that they want to do it next year. But I would also ask them like, hey, when were you thinking of having it done, and all this other stuff. And if they tell you, then just mention that to them, right? Let's see, what else? There is a good sale this week at wintercleaner.com, 15% off all Zero products. So Zero, I guess I wasn't really planning to have this sweater with the Zero thing, but anyways, it's just a coincidence. But yeah, so I was just saying that, yeah, there's a 15% off. So if you were thinking about getting a water fed system, or you want a pole, a couple of you guys have reached out to me, and really, I am so grateful for you guys asking me like for the link for specific products. It's just, yeah, we're very grateful. It helps us out a lot, especially with the channel. And it really, it's like I like how Jersey says it. It's like a virtual high five. And I want to kind of say something too, kind of on the side, like a side note. If you guys do send them, I purchase something through my links, please let me know. You know, I'll just kind of say it on my end. I'll just say that someone purchased something, and that's kind of it. It doesn't give you any information, which I think is pretty good because of privacy and all that. But it just says that there's an order that's been placed, and that's kind of it. So if you guys do order something through me, or planning on getting something through me, just let me know ahead of time so that I can kind of like say thank you to you, because I don't know, I just want to say thanks whenever someone uses our link. So anyways, let me think, and I think that that's it. So this week we made, I actually had to write this down because yeah, it was kind of a little bit interesting with the numbers, because it was like, so that I told you the one job on Monday, we did the job for 500, and they had the hard water removal on top of that's like another 60. So it was kind of like not like clean numbers of like 500 or anything like that. So it was kind of like a little off. So anyways, all in all, this week we made $1,360. So that's how much we made. Next week, I think we're kind of like getting like fully booked. So we're going to have probably a lot of content for next week. Hopefully this is the end of the rain. I know I keep saying that every single week, but I think it's going to be good. And yeah, if you made it this far, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.